we've got to make one of the biggest decisions in our club's history. Who do we sell? You see, we've got ourselves in a hot water with La Liga's financial fair play regulations. Javier Tebas, the president himself, has given us a fine of 20 million, and we need to generate that through player sales. If we don't, he won't allow us to register some of our players, and it could be catastrophic for the club. Now, I asked some of you guys, who should we sell? Is it a first-team player like Pressa? Absolutely not. We straight away rejected any offers that came for him. Even Mastan Toro, we've invested a lot in this kid, and he's finally getting into good form. No, we're not selling him. But I'm looking through some of your comments. Ander Guerra is a name that is popping up. In fact, we discussed about potentially selling him as well. He's 29, probably not going to really grow anymore. And we do have an offer from Valencia. I'm sure if we negotiate this to get the swap deal removed, we can easily get upwards of 20 million, and that would solve our problem. There are also comments from you guys just telling how unique Ander Guerra is. We're probably not going to find a player who's 6'6", but still moves like him, who's got a crazy long shot like him. In fact, I think his technical ability is really underrated. 87 vision, 88 long passing, 90 short passing. And I don't think I want to sell Guerra. He offers such a different profile to the club. There's got to be a different solution. But we gotta act quick, boys. The transfer window is about to shut in just 5 days. And wait a minute, looks like I'm getting some advice from former S2GFC legend Arlo Rose. Sell Gabby Jesus and buy a new young and talented striker. No offense, Gabriel, but Jesus has only been here for about 6 months. We signed him to be the João Andrade replacement. He's actually doing okay. 5 goals in 9 games so far. But considering the fact that he's 31, I think this might be the play. We're gonna have to make a brutal decision to cash in on Gabby Jesus. For now, I'll transfer list him and see what kind of offers come. Worst case, we might have to do a deal that involves Guerra, so I will delegate this and just see how much money Valencia are willing to pay. But one of them looks like will be sold. By the way, you know who caused us all this FFP problem? Cristobal Torres. Now, I know that might be a name you might not remember.
Who the f is that guy? Who the f is that?
But in our first season as a club, he was our backup keeper and he was absolutely useless, so we got rid of him. He, of course, went on to give Piers Morgan interviews. That's what he does. But apparently now he's become a UEFA employee and he was the one who snitched. I can't believe it, man. There's getting revenge and then there's this. Bro has played like a crazy corporate long game. If only I had my assistant and right-hand man Wang with me, we could have probably avoided this. But instead, he's locked up in some Chinese prison and I've not heard from him in months. We got a free Wang man somehow. For now though, boys, we've got 50 million in the bank. A lot of that came from, of course, Champions League TV money. And I want to already start putting it to use. Now, getting a new striker or a new centre mid is totally dependent on which one of Guerra or Jesus we sell. But I do want to get an upgrade in the goalkeeper department. Because as good as De Gea is, he's 37, he's getting old, and I think we've hit the jackpot. I found the perfect player to sign to replace him, James Trafford. Now, you might be thinking, why go for an English goalkeeper? Well, Puma have that as one of our challenges. This would tick that off. They'll be happy. Besides that, he's 83 rated at only 25 years old. He's only going to get better. And here's the best part. His contract's expiring. We could get a proper deal on this. I am wondering if I put De Gea in a swap deal, would that get us some sort of a discount? De Gea plus 18 million. What are we saying? They're willing to take De Gea. That is going to be an incredible swap deal for us. We just need to work to get this fee down. The lower we go, the better striker or the better midfielder we'll be able to sign later on. And looks like at 20 million, the deal is through. Now, before we welcome James Trafford, I gotta say thank you, David De Gea. He's leaving as a club legend, but at the same time, he was 37. It's time for a new era. James Trafford is gonna be our new number 1, the man between the sticks. And oh, look at how good S2G Shop looks on this kit. And by the way, talking about that, S2G Shop now has an official launch date. This Friday, the official store of our club goes live. And honestly, man, I am so hyped for this because this time we've put so much effort into putting great designs on all our shirts and all the products, basically. I can't wait for you guys to see what we've got in store. And also, until then, I want you guys to sign up. That way, you'll be getting all the updates. But also, you'll get to enter the $100 merch giveaway. And I mean, come on, for just putting your email in, that's a no-brainer. Links will be in the description. Support our official club store. This club needs you. you. And okay, there's James Trafford in the team. I think that improves our defense quite a bit. What we need to focus on is selling Gabriel Jesus, or worst case, under Guerra. For now, though, we're going to be waiting for the offers because we've got Atletico Madrid. Let's focus on that. Now, hang on. There's another problem we have. I'm not allowed to use James Trafford against Atleti. Oh, I completely forgot we cannot play any new signings because we're not allowed to register them. Unless we clear our FFP dues, La Liga is not going to allow us to register our players. I feel like Barcelona right now. I guess we're going to have to trust Niang for now. Also, since Gabriel Jesus is a player we're looking to sell, I'm going to put Hugo Calderon in the starting 11. Let's see what he can do for us. Amidst all the chaos this season, I really want to go beyond. I mean, last season we managed to get top 4, got that Champions League qualification. But I think it's time we step up to the plate and maybe challenge for the title because the team is there, I feel. Especially with potential signings we're about to make. But for that, we need to show we can beat these kind of teams. Let's get this result here. Julian Alvarez though, but Pardo doing a good job. And here's Hugo Calderon. What is he doing? Sometimes he just pisses me off, man. Now Atleti on the charge here. Pardo has done well, but he gets nutmegged. That is not good. Big block from Asensio. And Hugo Calderon has managed to get the breakthrough. Yeah, he's gone through. This man who's got finishing problems, he still has finishing problems. Who made Hugo Calderon like this, man? I just can't believe it. The amount of chances this guy has missed. I swear, if we sell Gabriel Jesus, we got to go all in on finding the perfect striker for us. Even though we might be selling Gabby Jesus, I think I need to bring him on. We'll also add some more quality into the midfield by bringing in Medina. Pedro Lima looks exhausted, man. Yeah, I completely forgot. We need to also get some depth for the right back spot in this window. There's just so much work to do off the pitch. Let's focus what we can change on the pitch right now. And that is maybe making an impact here in La Liga. Getting a result against Atleti. Mastan 2-0. Looking in fine form. He gets tackled. Look at Pedro Lima. This kid is an animal. No stamina, but he's still tracked back like a champ. And we can't defend that. Pedro Lima is not good in the air. Julian Alvarez scores. I'm not surprised that Atleti have taken the lead. Although Gabriel Jesus has managed to get in behind it. Can he get the finish? He can. Honestly, man, it's going to be so brutal to say goodbye to him because I know how good he is. Now, Mastan 2-0. Oh, the dribbling from him. He can't be stopped. Mastan 2-0. No. Joaquin Perez driving the ball forward. Maybe we need something from our midfielder. He always steps up with goals when we need him the most. Right now, he looked for a pass, didn't quite land, and that's gonna be the final whistle. You know what, considering all the difficult situations we've got off the pitch, a draw against Atleti doesn't sound the worst. But now we need to get some offers for Gabby Jesus as well as Guerra. And on transfer deadline day so far, it's only Guerra who we have offers for. Is that going to change? Are we going to get offers for Jesus? Okay, there are rumors linking him to Ipswich Town. Oh, but it's a silly swap deal now. We need cash. Okay, I'm stepping in to negotiate with Ipswich. Let's remove the exchange player. Counter with, say, 25 million. I think that would be decent. And they're willing to make it work. Maybe I could have asked for more money. I don't know. But considering how tense the situation is, we just need to get Jesus sold. Now, how quickly can we get this deal done is very important because I need to go back into the market and also sign a striker. And yes, indeed, it is done. He was only here for 6 months, but I think he did a fine job, especially in the Champions League playoffs. He helped us qualify for the league phases. But due to FFP sanctions, we had no choice. And he was the player we chose to sell. We're back up to having 52 million. All of this now needs to go to finding us a top-tier striker. But we gotta be quick. We've only got 6 hours. Now, hear me out, guys. I've just found Benjamin Cesco, who by the looks of it is kind of sulking at Man United.
Help me! Help me!
At 25, his overall is only 83. I think his potential took a massive hit, but I'm looking at his stats and he does really feel like the perfect number 9. I mean, better than warming the Man United bench, it would be to come play for S2GCF. You can't deny with all these playstyles being 6'5", he would be absolutely insane. I mean, imagine having him and Guerra for corners. The only thing is that it might be tricky to sign him from United. The market value is high, but let's see if we can lowball Manchester United. I'm going to start with 42. It's on deadline day, so we can't afford to mess this up. And wait, what? It actually worked? That's Manchester United, I guess, for you.
How much is this?
149, sir.
I've got 50p. Fuck you, bastard.
But the job's not done yet. The clock is ticking. We still need to convince Cesco to sign the contract. Okay, no release clauses work so far, but for the wages, I don't want to pay him 135k. That is just crazy money. He'll have to accept a pay cut if he wants to join us. Like, I think 90k would be a fair amount. Okay, just to not mess this deal up, I'm going to make it 100k. Is he willing to take a pay cut to become a starter in La Liga? He is. I respect that from Cesco. And somehow we've pulled off a pretty ridiculous signing. What a crazy loss Man United have made on Cesco, man. But hey, who cares? We've got our man. And considering the FFP situation we were dealing with, the fact that we got in James Trafford and Cesco to improve the team, I really think we've done a good job. Although I don't think we'll be able to bring in another right back. There's just no money left. Pedro Lima's going to have to hold his own. And there you go. The transfer window has shut. What would you rate our window out of 10? Let me know in the comments. I'd say it would be like a 7, considering we were forced into a tough situation selling our players. We did make a comeback, bringing in Cesco and Trafford. I'm happy about that, but still, it's not the ideal window for a team who wants to try and challenge for the title. Talking about focusing on the title, look at where we are right now. 7th, Atletico are flying at the top, and we've got Real Madrid next. Good thing is we are allowed to play both our new signings, Trafford and Cesco. They'll be making their debut. We can officially register them. Now, last season, I do remember beating Real Madrid 5-1. If we can get a similar result, man, it could put us in the race for the title. You never know. But then again, this is Real Madrid. We're talking about Kylian Mbappe dragging his shot wide. Rodrigo coming at us here, and that is just brilliant. Trafford could do nothing. Astantuono, though, against his former club, trying to create something. He looks for the pass for Cesco, keeps hold of the ball. Can he get into a shooting position? He can, but he puts it wide. Come on, Cesco, you're a big investment for us. You need to be converting those chances. One thing we can do with Cesco is launch the ball forward to him, and he can win those headers. It didn't work out this time, but it's a useful tactic. Oh, Vinny Jr. is making a mockery out of Pedro Lima there. Now Kylian Mbappe is on the ball. Still Mbappe here. Too good, man. We can't compete against the Real Madrid that is so locked in. Although we're trying to create something here. Mastantuono looking back for Cesco. If he can get into a shooting position, in fact, he goes tumbling down. Mbappe versus Pardo. There's only one man winning that race. It's brutal. And James Trafford, what are you doing? A howler from him. And well, all that hope I had for being in the title race has been absolutely crushed. I guess all this off-the-pitch drama has really affected the team, and we maybe need a few weeks just to stabilize things. We've got a new goalkeeper, of course, a new striker. We still need to figure a lot of things out. So I guess the Champions League comes at a really nice time because we can start fresh here. I think for this game, I'm going to put Ruben Medina back in the team. I think we need his creative ability. This is our first proper Champions League game, and let's use this to bounce back from that horrible defeat against Madrid. Man, we are finding out what the real Champions League level is like, because now Solot gets in behind our defense and he manages to score. This is the actual Champions League where we're facing the best teams in Europe. The qualifiers were nothing in comparison. I think maybe the players are a bit phased, low on confidence as well after that Madrid defeat. We gotta bounce back though. I need to provide Cesco with more service as well, because without service he's not gonna really do much. Right now I'm relying on Mastantuono, but it's a good ball for Cesco. Again, he got pushed off. I think Cesco desperately needs that first goal. Once that comes, he's going to be a different striker, but he's not even able to get shots off right now. Finally, Cisco Presa is on the charge as well. We're going to need him in this game, but he's been caught up so easily. He's trying to make some space here. Cisco with his dribbling. Maybe something special from our most talented player, but no. Okay, on the counter-attack, we might be able to do something. Cisco, if he's got the pace to turn inwards, it could be helpful, but he's been caught up so easily here. Full time, and we've just got a taste of what Champions League football is going to feel like. A defeat on our opening match day. And bro, just look at the month we've got ahead of us. Sevilla away, then Valencia away, then another away game in the Champions League against Shakhtar, who are known to cause upsets, and finally Barcelona. I mean, this month itself could break our season. Look at where we are in La Liga, 12th. We've got to figure out a way and bounce back. I know we rushed a lot to sign Cesco, but he needs to come good now. We need him. Also, look at the fitness issues we're having with Pedro Lima. I don't know why his stamina is like this. I'll have to play Aguirre instead. But come on, we need to bounce back here. 3 points is a must. Trafford, and we are launching the ball up to Cesco. This is where he can come good. He can head the ball and help us build up. No way, not even Sevilla. Big save from Trafford. At least he's starting to perform. Trying out something for the second half. Instead of Mastantuono, I'm bringing on Mahrez. No way. How are we getting opened up like this? Compared to last season, we're just defending like morons. Attacking-wise, we're not getting the goals. What is happening? I need something special here from Riyad Mahrez. That is right now our only hope. He goes for the pass for Cesco. Could be his first goal finally. Maybe this is the turning point. Cesco doing what he was signed for. That Cesco goal definitely felt like a turning point, and we are making things happen now. Riyad Mahrez has been big as well. Looking to look for a pass. Find Cesco, who's got space, but he puts it just wide. That was the moment.
That is a foul.
I think I'm going to make another late sub. We'll bring on Jovanovic as well as Ruben Medina. At this point, I'm just throwing on players to make something stick. And I believe something will stick. Here's Pressa looking for Benjamin Cesco, who's turned his man. What a chance. Cesco, no. We should have won this game, boys. Instead, it's a 1-1 draw. Cesco had the chances. I guess we got to just take the positives that he did score. But man, compared to last season, we're 10th in La Liga. Just 2 wins in 6 games. We got to fix this. I'm trying out a midfield of Jovanovic as well as Ruben Medina. Maybe some young blood in the midfield could help us get the win. This is looking good as Cesco. He times that pass nicely for Cesco Pressa. And here we go. Should be a simple goal, and it is. Good to see Cesco link up with Pressa. It's definitely starting to feel like we're playing with a different team. Maybe that goal from Cesco was indeed a turning point, because he's now set up Mastantuono as well, who gets the goal. Looks like our season has finally begun. But defensively, there are still problems. Not really, because Trafford is in fine form. And Jovanovic doing really well there. Now Pressa again. I'm going to try and find Benjamin Cesco. Oh, he should have scored. Cesco Pressa looking for Benjamin Cesco, who wins the header. That's why we've got this 6'5" man in the box. It's such a positive that our entire attack has scored in this game. In fact, Cesco went on to score a couple more goals, getting a hat-trick. You know what? We maybe need to trust Jovanovic and Medina more often, because these two in the midfield really look good. In fact, you know what? They were so good against Valencia. I'm going to reward them. They're going to start in our next Champions League game against Shakhtar. Come on, man. We need to push for our first proper Champions League win. Oh, and once again, Cesco Pressa is through, although this time he cuts it back. Finding Benjamin Cesco. Should have done better. Jovanovic. Mastantuono. Finding Cesco. Who off the post and in. I was going to start complaining about how he missed. Instead, off the post and in. And also, look at the build-up play for that goal. It was beautiful. Oh, the way Cesco bodied that guy, and now he's going forward all by himself. Still Cesco off the crossbar. I think we're finally seeing what kind of a brute monster Cesco can be. Also, boys, I think I'm realizing just how good Jovanovic and Medina in this midfield are. They are dictating everything. What just happened? A howler again from Trafford? He does 9 things right, but then ends up making the stupidest mistake. Well, that's the Champions League for you. No win is going to be easy here. Cesco now needs the fake shot to work, and it did work. And come on, how is the keeper saving that? I see Gerard Martin making that run, which is nice to see. He cuts it back for Cesco, and now it is Cesco, the duo combining, and Benjamin Cesco gets the goal. Full time, and we finally get our first proper Champions League win. What a grind it was. Also, it's so important that our number 9 Cesco is finally coming through. This could make us title contenders, but there is still a long way to go. We're only 21st in the Champions League right now, and we're yet to face big teams like Juventus, Newcastle away at St. James's Park, and even the likes of Bayer Leverkusen. Also, we're really far behind in La Liga, and this is where we need to stage a comeback as well. And oh man, we're facing Barcelona up next. Our journey with S2G Club the Football will continue now in the next one. We've got our team sorted with all the transfers we did, but now on the pitch, we're going to decide if we can actually compete for trophies.